Clint Eastwood has been a successful director and actor for over 6 decades, which has included dozens of popular films and 5 Oscar wins. His films are usually popular with both audiences and the Academy, but that's not to say everyone is a fan. There have been numerous public feuds between Clint and other directors, and he has also managed to irk numerous actors he directed while on set. Additionally, his political stance and outspoken views on political correctness have managed to a few who can't stand him. Let's delve into some celebrities who absolutely hate Clint Eastwood. Michael Moore. The controversy surrounding whether Clint Eastwood threatened Michael Moore traces back to a specific incident that unfolded in January 2015. It all began when Michael Moore, a prominent documentary filmmaker, made a bold proclamation on Twitter, asserting that snipers aren't heroes and revealing a personal connection to the matter as his uncle had lost his life to a sniper during World War II. The timing of Moore's tweet coincided with the release of Clint Eastwood's film American Sniper, leading to speculation that Moore might be taking a dig at Eastwood's work. While Moore took to Facebook to clarify that his tweet wasn't aimed at Eastwood, he didn't shy away from sharing his unfiltered opinion about the movie. In his Facebook post, Moore offered praise for certain elements of American Sniper, singling out Bradley Cooper's performance for commendation. However, he didn't hold back from throwing shade at Eastwood's directorial choices. Specifically, Moore criticized Eastwood for what he perceived as confusion between Vietnam and Iraq in the storytelling, highlighting an inconsistency in the narrative. One pointed critique from Moore was Eastwood's characterization of Iraqis in the film, using the term savages. Moore found fault with this portrayal and openly expressed his discontent with the choice, adding a layer of controversy to the discussion. The rumors surrounding an alleged threat from Clint Eastwood to Michael Moore gained traction back in 2005, intensifying an already heated exchange between the two prominent figures. Michael Moore took to Facebook to provide further details and clarification regarding the incident, shedding light on the circumstances that led to the rumored threat. According to Moore's account, the incident occurred at the National Board of Review Awards dinner. Clint Eastwood purportedly stood in front of the crowd and directed a menacing statement at Moore, declaring that he would kill him if Moore ever visited Eastwood's house with a camera for an interview. Moore, in his characteristic style, recounted the episode on Facebook, expressing his initial disbelief and shock at what he deemed a violent statement from Eastwood. Despite the gravity of the alleged threat, Moore initially responded with laughter, perhaps as a coping mechanism in the face of such a startling declaration. However, Moore noted that Eastwood's reaction to the laughter was less than amused. According to Moore, Eastwood doubled down on the threat, emphasizing, "I mean it," he barked, and the audience grew more quiet. "I'll shoot you." The controversy continued to unfold as Eastwood addressed the story during an appearance at CinemaCon in April of that year. Eastwood refuted the claims, stating that the story wasn't true, as reported by The Guardian. However, in an eyebrow-raising move, he added a touch of dark humor to the situation, saying, "It isn't a bad idea, John Wayne." Before Clint Eastwood made his mark on the Western film scene, the genre was dominated by John Wayne, often referred to as the Duke. Wayne, an iconic Hollywood star, was renowned for embodying the archetypal good guy who consistently rode in to save the day. However, Eastwood's emergence signaled a shift in the portrayal of cowboys on the silver screen, introducing a new perspective that clashed with John Wayne's traditional image. The turning point in their somewhat strained relationship occurred with the release of High Plains Drifter in 1973. A Western film that was both dark and gritty, featuring Eastwood in the lead role as well as behind the camera as the director. Departing significantly from classic Western narratives, the film didn't sit well with John Wayne. Seizing the audacious opportunity, Clint Eastwood reached out to the Duke with a proposal to collaborate on a Western project. While many would have eagerly accepted such an offer, John Wayne's response was less than enthusiastic. He penned an irate letter, vehemently criticizing the movie for its excessive violence and its portrayal of the Old West as a realm of moral ambiguity and revisionism. In response to this biting comment, Clint Eastwood simply shrugged it off, brushing aside the sentiments of the greatest Western star of all time. It marked a moment of bold defiance, solidifying their destiny as non-collaborators in the realm of Western cinema. If John Wayne hadn't harbored such strong animosity towards Eastwood's evolving style, perhaps we could have witnessed the convergence of these two giants in a Western masterpiece during the 1970s. A script titled The Hostiles was presented to them, holding the potential for their joint presence on screen, and Clint Eastwood found the idea intriguing. However, John Wayne was not on board. His unfavorable remarks didn't hinder Clint's flourishing career as an actor and director. In fact, Clint Eastwood went on to establish his own production company, Malpaso, producing a multitude of exceptional films. The enduring tension between Wayne and Eastwood lingered until John Wayne's passing in 1979. Their disparities in cinematic approach, values, and interpretation of the Western genre remained unresolved, leaving us to ponder what could have transpired if these two titans had ever collaborated on the silver screen. Spike Lee. Even celebrated figures like Spike Lee, Clint Eastwood are not immune to disputes and disagreements, and the origins of their feud can be traced back to Eastwood's hiring choices for his two World War II films, Letters from Iwo Jima and Flags of Our Fathers, both of which were released in 2006. Lee's contention revolved around what he perceived as a lack of accurate portrayal of the diverse forces that heroically fought in those battles. Spike Lee vocalized his concerns, asserting that Clint Eastwood's films did not sufficiently represent the diversity of the soldiers who participated in the battles, sparking a public exchange of words between the two prominent directors. Eastwood, known for his no-nonsense approach, responded by telling Lee to shut his face, a retort reflecting Eastwood's inclination for plain speaking. In response to Eastwood's remarks, Spike Lee asserted their positions in the film industry, making it clear that Clint was not his father and they were not on a plantation. This counter-argument emphasized their autonomy and independence as filmmakers. The exchange highlighted not only the differences in their perspectives on historical representation in cinema, but also the broader issues of diversity and inclusion within the film industry. During this public dispute, Spike Lee not only criticized Clint Eastwood's portrayal of diversity in his films, but also remarked that, despite being a great director, Eastwood came across as an angry old man. This added a personal dimension to their public exchange. As time passed, reports emerged that the two renowned directors had managed to put their differences aside and had since cultivated a more amicable relationship. Sandra Locke. Sandra Locke was a burgeoning actress with a promising start, achieving an Oscar nomination for her standout performance in 1968's The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. Her path intersected with Clint Eastwood, and, as described by the Irish Times, their toxic relationship unfortunately came to define her career. As reported by The Independent, their collaborative journey began with the 1976 film The Outlaw Josie Wales. They not only hit it off professionally, but also moved in together, all while Eastwood technically remained married to Maggie Johnson until 1984. The duo went on to make 5 more films together. However, as Locke candidly shared with the Washington Post in 1997, if you were in Clint Eastwood movies, you were in the Clint Eastwood movie business. You weren't in the movie business. People stopped calling. She emphasized, "He didn't make me famous. It was never my fame. It was his fame." When Sandra Locke expressed her aspiration to explore directing, she considered it the beginning of the end. Following 13 years of partnership, Clint Eastwood allegedly changed the locks on their shared house while she was away. The subsequent legal battle saw Locke suing for palimony, with Eastwood countering that she was merely his occasional roommate. Eventually, they settled out of court under the condition that Locke would secure a directing deal with Warner Bros. However, the promising opportunity for Locke turned out to be a cruel twist of fate. Warner Bros. Rejected a staggering 30 of her scripts, leading Locke to file a lawsuit for fraud. Despite reaching an out-of-court settlement, her ambitions in both acting and directing were severely compromised. Reflecting on this tumultuous period, Locke lamented, "My biggest misfortune, my greatest regret," expressing a desire that she had curtailed her time with Clint Eastwood, Tom Hanks. In more recent cinematic endeavors, a noteworthy collaboration unfolded between two Hollywood giants, Tom Hanks and Clint Eastwood. This unique partnership materialized in the 2016 film Sully, a compelling narrative based on the real-life heroics of pilot Chesley Sullenberger. This marked the first occasion when these two iconic figures joined forces, and the experience was anything but conventional. Tom Hanks, celebrated for his roles in beloved films like Forrest Gump and as the voice of Woody in Toy Story, provided a candid glimpse into the making of Sully. What emerged was a revelation that Clint Eastwood, the revered actor and director, seemed to channel his inner cowboy rather than adopting the typical director's hat on set. Eastwood's demeanor took on a distinctive quality, reminiscent of rounding up horses, and, at times, his approach appeared unyielding. Hanks, known for his amiable nature, found himself navigating the stern side of Eastwood's directorial style. He openly confessed to experiencing visible discomfort when on the receiving end of Clint Eastwood's disapproving glare during the filmmaking process. This dynamic presented a stark contrast to Hanks's usual experiences in the industry, showcasing the nuanced interplay between two titans with distinct approaches to their craft. The cinematic narrative of Sully unfolded as a riveting portrayal of the extraordinary real-life pilot Chesley Sullenberger, who successfully landed a plane on the Hudson River after a bird strike. However, the journey of bringing this compelling story to the screen was not devoid of challenges. Tom Hanks, a pivotal figure in the film, found himself grappling with a sense of frustration over Clint Eastwood's distinctive directorial approach. Eastwood's preference for using natural light and his insistence on shooting scenes in chronological order, rather than adhering to more conventional methods, became a notable point of contention during the production. Hanks, like many actors, was accustomed to a different filmmaking style, and this unconventional approach, introduced by Eastwood, deviated from the industry norms actors often relied on. Despite the challenges, the end result, Sully, garnered applause for its gripping portrayal of an incredible real-life event. Beyond the on-screen success, the behind-the-scenes dynamic between Tom Hanks and Clint Eastwood provided a fascinating glimpse into the intricate workings of Hollywood collaboration. The clash of their creative sensibilities, though challenging, contributed to a memorable chapter in the world of cinema. As Captain Sullenberger's calm voice echoed, "This is the captain, brace for impact," it symbolized not only a pivotal moment in the film, but also the convergence of divergent artistic approaches in the pursuit of cinematic excellence. Leonardo DiCaprio. In a parallel vein to Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio found himself navigating a similar terrain when collaborating with Clint Eastwood on the biographical film J. Edgar. Engaging in the challenging role of J. Edgar Hoover, Leonardo DiCaprio found himself navigating the intricacies of collaboration with Clint Eastwood. As the cinematic journey unfolded, it became apparent that tensions simmered beneath the surface, eventually reaching a boiling point. The inherent clash of creative styles and expectations emerged, creating a dynamic that would shape the behind-the-scenes narrative of the film. One pivotal moment encapsulating the creative discord transpired when Leonardo DiCaprio, in pursuit of achieving the desired performance, requested a retake of a scene, a common practice in the film industry. However, Clint Eastwood, renowned for his preference for efficiency and economy on set, diverged from this expectation. Instead of acquiescing to DiCaprio's request, Eastwood declared the day's shooting as complete and calmly walked away from the set. The disparities in creative vision between Leonardo DiCaprio and Clint Eastwood extended beyond the realm of specific incidents, manifesting in fundamental differences in their directorial approaches. Eastwood's methodology, characterized by capturing only a single take per scene, avoiding customary retakes and rehearsals, stood in stark contrast to DiCaprio's dedication to achieving perfection and exploring the nuances of his roles through multiple takes. For an actor renowned for his commitment to delivering nuanced and compelling performances, Eastwood's streamlined approach became a source of frustration. DiCaprio, accustomed to immersing himself deeply in his characters, perceived the limitations of this method as compromising the depth and authenticity of his portrayal. The actor felt a palpable disconnect, believing that Eastwood wasn't receptive to his creative input and suggestions. The culmination of these creative conflicts led to a significant decision on DiCaprio's part. Not only did he withdraw from a subsequent project with Clint Eastwood, but he also publicly declared his resolve to avoid any future collaborations with the veteran director. Bradley Cooper. Even accomplished actors like Bradley Cooper, celebrated for his roles in films such as The Hangover and A Star is Born, have encountered creative divergences when collaborating with directors like Clint Eastwood. The focal point of their disparities surfaced prominently during their joint venture on the film American Sniper, where Cooper undertook the challenging portrayal of Chris Kyle, the renowned Navy SEAL. The crux of the matter revolved around Bradley Cooper's discontent with Clint Eastwood's editing approach. Cooper asserted that pivotal scenes and crucial details were omitted during the editing process, resulting in a final cut that, in his perspective, fell short of capturing the full depth and complexity of the narrative. This discord highlighted the paramount significance of the editing phase in filmmaking, where decisions regarding the inclusion or exclusion of scenes play a pivotal role in shaping the ultimate narrative. Cooper's unease didn't confine itself to the confines of the editing room. It encompassed his perception of the acknowledgement and credit accorded to him for his performance and unwavering commitment to the production. His sentiment was rooted in a belief that Clint Eastwood failed to sufficiently recognize his contributions and the pivotal role he played in breathing life into the character of Chris Kyle. This aspect of their discord brings to the forefront the significance of acknowledgement and appreciation in collaborative ventures, particularly within the realm of cinema. The dynamics between actors and directors are not only shaped by the creative process, but also by the acknowledgement of individual efforts and contributions. In the aftermath of these clashes, Bradley Cooper unequivocally expressed his reluctance to collaborate with Clint Eastwood again, unless he was afforded more significant creative control. This insistence underscored his aspiration for a more substantial role in influencing the artistic aspects of the project, seeking a level of creative autonomy that actors occasionally desire as they endeavor to translate their vision onto the screen. While American Sniper ultimately garnered critical acclaim and commercial success, the behind-the-scenes conflicts between Cooper and Eastwood shed light on the intricate dynamics that even seasoned professionals such as Bradley Cooper and Clint Eastwood can encounter in their collaboration. Armie Hammer. In the production of J. Edgar, actor Armie Hammer encountered Clint Eastwood's unconventional filmmaking approach. Eastwood's method typically included shooting a scene only once before swiftly moving on to the next. This unique style caught Hammer off guard, initially mistaking the single take as a rehearsal. Much to his surprise, Eastwood chose to use that initial take for the final production, leaving Hammer in a state of fluster as he had held onto his script, expecting additional takes for refinement. Amid his confusion, Hammer decided to approach Eastwood for clarification. In response, Eastwood offered a succinct and firm reply, asserting that he intended to edit the script out. This intriguing anecdote sheds light on the efficiency and decisiveness inherent in Eastwood's filmmaking process, in an industry where multiple takes are often employed to capture various nuances. Eastwood's preference for spontaneity and simplicity stands out as a defining characteristic of his directorial style. Armie Hammer's encounter with Eastwood provides a valuable glimpse into the unconventional aspects of filmmaking and the distinctive methodologies that can shape a project. Within the vast tapestry of cinema, where diverse approaches and creative idiosyncrasies coexist, directors such as Clint Eastwood contribute their unique visions, making each production a singular and memorable venture. Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron, a highly acclaimed Oscar-winning actress, renowned for her exceptional performances in iconic films such as Monster and Mad Max: Fury Road, found herself at the center of a notable clash with the legendary Clint Eastwood. The crux of their disagreement centered around Eastwood's film $1 Million Baby, and it was reported that Theron chose to forego a role in the movie. The intricacies of this decision point to Theron's purported reservations about collaborating with Eastwood. According to various accounts, Theron hesitated due to her perception of Eastwood as being somewhat old-fashioned, sexist, and conservative. These characteristics, as perceived by Theron, clashed with her own artistic and philosophical values. The reported reluctance to join the cast of $1 Million Baby underscores the complexity of decision-making in the entertainment industry. Theron's concerns about Eastwood's alleged traits shed light on the nuanced dynamics between actors and directors, where personal values and beliefs can influence career choices. Theron's steadfast commitment to her artistic principles becomes evident as she navigates her career, carefully selecting projects that align with her vision and values. While Monster and Mad Max: Fury Road showcased Theron's versatility and garnered her critical acclaim, the decision to decline a role in $1 Million Baby adds another layer to her narrative. Charlize Theron's reservations regarding Clint Eastwood's project extended beyond the creative realm, delving into the realm of politics. Theron was not just grappling with artistic differences. She openly clashed with Eastwood on significant political issues such as gun control and immigration. This ideological misalignment further solidified her decision to distance herself from Eastwood's venture, as she chose a path that resonated more closely with her personal beliefs and preferences. Theron's willingness to vocalize her disagreements with Eastwood on these contentious topics sheds light on the broader intersection of art and ideology within the Hollywood landscape. It exemplifies the intricate dance that actors and directors often engage in, navigating diverse perspectives and political stances in an industry that frequently serves as a platform for societal commentary. The clash of personalities and principles within the film industry is not a rarity. Hollywood, as a microcosm of society, mirrors the broader diversity of thought and values present in the world. Theron's decision to prioritize her convictions over a potentially acclaimed project underscores the delicate balance that artists must strike between their creative pursuits and their personal beliefs. While $1 Million Baby ultimately became a critically acclaimed film, the behind-the-scenes complexities of Theron's decision serve as a poignant reminder of the multifaceted nature of filmmaking. The dynamics between Theron and Eastwood exemplify how the collision of personal values can shape creative collaborations, sometimes leading to decisions that transcend the artistic realm and venture into the realms of politics and ideology. Flea. Flea, the bassist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, found himself at odds with Clint Eastwood, especially concerning Eastwood's stance on political correctness. Clint, known for his candid expression of views, didn't shy away from sharing his disdain for political correctness in a 2016 interview with Esquire. In this candid conversation, Eastwood not only criticized the perceived overreach of political correctness, but also seemingly commended the divisive political approach of then-presidential candidate Donald Trump. This revelation from Clint Eastwood drew a sharp response from Flea, who proudly identifies with the generation that Eastwood appears to disapprove of. In a candid interview with Esquire in August 2016, Clint Eastwood expressed his disdain for political correctness, asserting, "He's on to something because secretly everybody's getting tired of political correctness, kissing up." The Hollywood legend went on to critique what he dubbed as the kiss-ow generation, emphasizing that society is currently immersed in a generation where people are overly cautious and walking on eggshells. According to Eastwood, accusations of racism and similar issues were not labeled as such during his upbringing. When prompted to elaborate on the individuals falling into this so-called "this generation," Eastwood pointed to those who advocate restrictions on speech and behavior, stating, "All these people that say, 'Oh, you can't do that, and you can't do this, and you can't say that.' I guess it's just the times." While Clint Eastwood may have irked some of the individuals mentioned earlier, he has undoubtedly left a lasting impact on the hearts of many through his stellar contributions as both an actor and director. Drop a comment below to let us know which Clint Eastwood film holds a special place in your heart, or share. If you were surprised to discover that some celebrities harbor negative views about this iconic Hollywood legend, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to show your support, and if you want to be among the first to catch our upcoming videos, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell.